just about set to go. And today's starting pitcher, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Chris, he's got the ability to take control of a game when he's out there.
Well, incredible mound presence, and he's going to attack hitters. You look at that strikeout per 9 ratio over 10 coming into this start. So he's a pitcher that wants the ball. He's aggressive. He knows that he can get the swing and miss, especially when he needs it most. We'll see how effective he is in this one.
Ready to go? Stepping in for San Diego, Fernando Tatis Jr. And that one is lifted in the air. This one looks like trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And it's a double to start the game.
He was all over that one. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Luis Arraez stands in. Just missed.
It's great watching Yamamoto pitch in Major League Baseball, but he played against MLB talent before he signed with the Dodgers. He was a standout at the Tokyo Olympics and in the 2023 World Baseball Classic and helped Japan win gold medals in both.
That one down the line, and it stays fair. Here comes Tatis around third. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and it's 1-0.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Here comes Manny Machado. Popped up. Freeman settles under it. And in foul ground, he pulls it down. 1 out. As we take a look at the Padres lineup, the sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, you know, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
That one almost got him.
1-1.
And there's a foul ball. Arraez over at first with 1 away. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And down on strikes he goes, and there's 2 away. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
I got a ball.
In the dirt, but kept close. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 1-0. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in L.A., now the starting pitcher in this one. Number 18. What do you have on him, Chris?
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Bottom of the first. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani. Right through there for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss as he was late that
No
time.
balls, 2
He got
strikes.
away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Ball one
0-1.
there.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That one not close. It's 2-2. Just
Down to
misses
3-2.
with that one.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one misses.
Ball 4.
So a leadoff walk.
Almost a coin flip for the umpire in that call, but most umpires just don't want to give pitchers a break up in the zone like that.
Here's Mookie now. And the first
Yep, that
pitch
ball went
misses
out.
for ball one.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Nobody out. Runner at first. To third might be 2. There's one.
Got him. That's
Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
Oh man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. What a season it's been for him. He has supplied a lot of power and that average. That's down and in. A slider missed. Next offering is in for a strike.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Ball,
And
that's it.
misses inside. 2 out, space is empty. Lifted in the air, right center field. Johnson on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that's the 3rd out. Second inning set to go. Now here's Xander Bogaerts now. He's going to finish with a new career high in stolen bases, Chris. Yamamoto back to work. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
That splitty's a
No
pretty
ball, 2
nasty
strikes.
pitch. Explodes out of the hand, looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Going to count 1-2.
2
0-2
strikes.
fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Pitch
We got a full
misses.
count.
3-2 now. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Trenton Brooks, the next up for the Padres. First pitch, and he just misses. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And ring him off, says Patrick Johnson. That's a strikeout. And now it's Elias Diaz. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that extends the inning.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
So up next, Bryce Johnson. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Two outs. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Close, but called a ball. 2-1.
2-1.
Diaz leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul. This to third, Muncy. They get the force. Out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Padres 1 and the Dodgers nothing. Back here at Chavez Ravine. We head to the bottom of the second. And now Teoscar Hernandez. And that one is inside ball 1. Fought off foul.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
In there. And so now 1-2. And that one hammered. That's back there. And caught on the warning track. Not quite enough behind that one.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Max Muncy stands in now and watches strike 1. 1 out, base is empty. Fastball for a strike. Patrick Johnson calling the balls and strikes.
Pretty standard zone for Johnson. Sometimes he might get a little jumpy, a little excited and expand the zone, but usually you at least feel like the pitcher on the mound is earning it, and that's important because you got to make players earn it.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, kind of a weird pitch and a weird swing on that strikeout. It's just a slider that caught a lot of the plate. I'd say a very hittable location. But in the box, I think he just gave up on it way too early. And by the time he realized it was dropping into the zone, he just fires off a really poor swing.
Andy Pajes now at the plate.
He's done a great job making contact recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
And that is in for a strike. 0-1. On the ground to first, Brooks. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, and it remains 1-0. New inning getting started. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Tatis goes 6 feet 3 inches, hitting leadoff in today's game. And he was born in the Dominican Republic. Yeah, that's fouled off. And that misses. And that's ball 1. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt.
Nothing but curveballs so far in the at-bat. Kind of makes it difficult as a hitter to know what to look for, because you start wondering if he'll keep coming with it or if they'll try to speed you up.
And now it's filled up. Got him. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. I don't know about you, Chris, but that felt like a weird at-bat right there. Didn't give much to hit until the final pitch, and he still got the backwards K.
Yeah, not a single pitch was actually inside the strike zone, but he was being very aggressive in the box and fell behind in the count. Then they finally do challenge him, and he couldn't get the bat off his shoulder. Kind of a strange strikeout for sure, Boog.
Now, Luis Arias. That one inside, 1-0. And he hits a ground ball right side. Edmonds slings to first. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the 3rd.
Padres, third baseman, Manny Machado.
Here's Manny Machado now. 0 for 1 so far. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Oh, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite. That big curve inside's a pitch that can buckle you a little bit. Looks like a fastball out of the hand and then just drops over that inside part of the plate.
Now he breaks his bat. Stretches out and hauls it in. So they make short work of him there. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Padres 1 and the Dodgers nothing. And we're back, set for the bottom of the 3rd. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Tommy Edman. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Line drive, caught.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
And up next for Los Angeles, Hesung Kim. First offering, and it just misses. Fouled off left side. That one ripped right center field, way back there. Reaching for it, makes the catch.
Man, he hammered that one to center. I thought it was out of here, but Wynn just absolutely killed it.
And here is Dalton rushing. And the first pitch fastball is in for a
Oh,
strike.
one's the count.
And that is out of play. And that's down and away. Next pitch is inside, and the count is even 2-2.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
And now the count filled up 3-2. Shohei Ohtani waiting on deck if they extend the inning.
Plenty of pop in his bat, so he could give them the lead with one swing if he gets the chance.
That's a good at-bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Close pitch there, but you got to forget about that call if you're out on the mound. You can't let it affect you going forward. You've got to get out of the inning first, and then if you want to be frustrated, take it out in the dugout.
Ohtani, the next to hit, takes ball one.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
Two outs. And that drops in for a strike. Up the middle. They take the force out, and that's the inning. One left for L.A. They trail here 1-0. All set for the start of the inning. Here's Gavin Sheets now, left-hand bat.
Gavin Sheets.
Fastball for a strike at 95.
You know, these Padres showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up one run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
This one in the air, right field. One down.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Jake Cronenworth, the next up for the Padres. He struck out swinging at his first at-bat. Fastball for a strike. Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-2 is the count.
That missed by a lot. Now 1-2. The pitch. That misses, and the count's even at 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. And here comes Xander Bogaerts. Struck out swinging his first time. That pitch Pitch clips the outside corner. That's strike one. On the inside corner for called strike three. Nothing doing there for the Friars, but they lead it 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the number 2 hitter, Mookie Betts. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Strike two. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. Turns and fires to Betts. Caught him looking for the K. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. He's 0 for 1.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
And another ball. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter.
2 balls, 1 strike.
High fly ball out towards left field. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Well, off the bat, I thought for sure it had enough to get out of here, but that wind's kind of blowing in from left, and I think that's what made the difference.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Flied to right his first time.
That's outside.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Swing and a miss at a slider.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. That is the inning. Back here at Dodger Stadium, and here's the first baseman, Trenton Brooks. Yamamoto back to work. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1.
See a pitcher just to waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Now one missed. The 2-2 gets a check swing. Now an appeal to third. Did not go. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
Here's Elias Diaz. Swings through that one for strike one.
0-1's the count.
One down, base is empty. Out to short. Bats up with it. Tosses across to first. And the first two set down in the top of the fifth.
Now batting, center fielder, Bryce Johnson.
And now the center fielder, Bryce Johnson. And that's in for a strike.
0-1.
And that one got a piece of him.
Now batting, right
Back
fielder,
to the top of the lineup, and the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. 1 for 2. And the first pitch misses for ball one. And another ball. Johnson off of first with 2 away. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Fly ball down the line. He makes the grab, and that is that. One left for San Diego, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Back here in L.A., bottom of the inning, Max Muncy at the dish.
Max Muncy.
And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Swing and a foul out of play. Ripped on a line to center. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one away.
He was all over that fastball right there. Tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Here's the left fielder, Andy Pajes. Grounded out his first time up. So the Dodgers are going to have to try and come
1-0
from behind and try and get that offense going. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the third or fourth pitch of just about every bat.
That's in there, and the count 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
And here comes Tommy Edman. He's 0 for 1. On the corner for a strike. The Dodgers yet to pick up a hit here.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. He goes down looking. Dodgers go down quietly. They're down 1-0. Back here at Chavez Ravine, top 6. So here's the Padres DH, Luis Arias. And that one is in for a strike.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
And a pop-up on the left side of the infield. Muncy makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now batting, third baseman, Manny Machado.
Now Machado up here. 0 for 2 in this one. Machado, 32 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2010. And a foul ball. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-1.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
Clips the corner, and it's 1-2.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
That misses the zone. Now 2-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Now it's 3-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Whiff number 9 for him in this game. 9.
The Padres.
Gavin Sheets will hit next. Sheets having a lot more success on the road this season. Tap foul at the plate. He swings and fouls one off. The 0-2. On the ground, right side. And foul ball. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And downstairs. In the dirt, 2-2. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And that's strikeout number 100 on the year. No runs, no hits, no errors. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Padres 1 and the Dodgers nothing. Well, we go bottom 6, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Hesung Kim.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike. And that one hit to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, catcher, Dalton Rushing.
Now the catcher up to hit. Dalton Rushing walked his first time. On the ground, right side. Steps on first for the out.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Line drive. And foul ball. Popped up. Bogarts. Drops into the glove. And the inning is over. So he's through 6 no-hit innings now. It's the Padres 1 and the Dodgers nothing. So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Alex Vesia.
He's having a ton of success facing left-handed hitters this season, so this seems like a smart move to turn to him with a lefty at the plate.
So digging in now for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Kirby Yates looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Number 70, a left-hander, also throwing. Swing and a chopper out to short. Whips it to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play.
Now batting, shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
It's Xander Bogaerts now.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
And that's ball 1.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Towards first. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Trenton Brooks, the next up for the Padres. Come on, Alex. Check swing, and he went. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
And fires in a fastball at 95.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. Padres go down quietly, but they still lead it 1-0. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Mookie Betts now.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Looking to get the tying run on base. That's a strike. 0-2 now.
Changing speeds has this lineup completely off balance in this one. We've seen a lot of mistimed swings, and it's been a challenge for these hitters to get their rhythm right.
Check swing, appeal to first. Yes, he did. Down he goes on strikes. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Freeman in the box now. Takes strike one.
0-1.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
That finds the mark on the inside corner.
Well, I'm impressed with that challenge pitch right there. Even with this slim lead, this guy's not afraid to go right after these
Off the
hitters.
plate, ball one.
And a fastball misses outside for a ball. And it's 1-2. Here's a line drive, and that's going to end the no-hitter. It's a base hit, and that puts the tying run on base. So history wasn't meant to be in this one, but it's been quite the performance.
Man, that's tough for a pitcher to swallow. I mean, when you're right on the brink of a no-hitter and just pitched a heck of a game, just couldn't make it to the finish line.
One down. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Right through there for a strike. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. Turned on, but foul wide of third. With the go-ahead run at the plate, here the bottom of the seventh. Next offering upstairs. Double-barreled action in the bullpen for San Diego. Jason Adam appears to be getting loose. Estrada getting loose as well. Battling here as he fouls it away. Freeman leads off first with one away.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Got him swinging. So he picks up his sixth strikeout of the ball game.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still laid on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. Right down to shoot, and that is strike one.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Just missed. That one inside, and it's 2-1.
Ball three.
There's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
This one driven deep center field on its way. Home run. And they lead it. It's 2-1. Well, that swing changes things.
Yes, it does. They were in striking distance. They found a way to fight back big time. When you're lacking velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, change speeds, even try to trick the hitter at times. But when you give up a home run right there, manager doesn't have a lot of patience because the velocity's not there to overcome and get the swing and miss.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Number 18 gives way, and he exits in line for the loss, but overall he pitched pretty well. We'll be back with a new pitcher in a minute. Nick Pivetta taking over on the mound.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So 2 down. Andy Pajes getting ready to hit. Check swing on the first pitch. Appeal down to first. And he held up. 2 down, nobody on. Foul ball. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 2.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That's a ball. Tried the sweeper.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
The 3-1. And it's fouled away. Two outs. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Out towards left center. Sheets makes the play, and that is that. That funky Muncy with the homer for L.A. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Kirby Yates. He last pitched 2 days ago.
Number 38. Kirby Yates.
Stepping in for San Diego, Elias Diaz.
Elias Diaz.
Splits the plate, and it's 0-1. Fastball is outside. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Tanner Scott, the left-hander, up and throwing. Bonda, the power lefty, up as well. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Well, and those hitters' counts sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
On the outside corner, got him looking.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1, any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
So digging in, Bryce Johnson. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. One down, base is empty. And a count 1-2. Holding on to a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And a base hit right there.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. That ball right there landed in what they call the no man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well.
Tatis stands in now, looks at that one inside. One-run game, one out, one on. Runner on the go. Strike in there. Throw there. Safe. And the tying run is now in scoring position. So the tying run at second. And that one fouled off. Man at second. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And no one can get there. And the go-ahead run is on base. Throw comes in quickly, and the tying run forced to hold on at third with one away.
Well, that's a smart decision to hold up with one out and the heart of the order coming up. Don't want to run into an out at home plate.
2 on, 1 out. And now the DH, Luis Arias, known for his late-inning heroics. That one off the mark, and it's 1-0.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
1 out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Next offering is in for a strike.
You know, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation.
Tatis runs in the air, left field, down the line, and he'll play it on a bounce. In comes the run from third, and it's an RBI single, tie game here in the 8th.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Kirby Yates will depart, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. Now on the bump, Anthony Banda.
Should be a good first matchup for him here. He's been doing a great job against right-handed bats so far this season. They've had a lot of trouble squaring him up.
Manny Machado to the dish for a pivotal at bat. 0 for 3 in this one. That one a little bit high. Ball 1. One out. The go-ahead run is at second. And Manny gets a piece. Nice grab. Off balance speed. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the bottom of the 8th. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Tommy Edman. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1. Right side, and he takes it himself for the out.
Now batting, center fielder, Hesung.
Here's the center fielder, Hesung Kim. First pitch just misses.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Next offering is downstairs. All tied up here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Now fly ball to right center. Tatis after it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting,
Pinch hitter coming on, Will Smith. He represents the go-ahead run.
Will Smith.
Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. 0-1. Two down, nobody on.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Pitch is in the dirt, and the count is 1-2. Struck him out looking. Dodgers down in order. Score remains 2-2. Back here at Dodger Stadium, we go to the 9th, and now here is Gavin Sheets. And fouled off. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Next for the Padres, Jake Cronenworth. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. That breaking ball drops in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
In the air, left field, down the line. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Bases in. Ready to go now. So digging in now for San Diego, Fernando Tatis Jr. Not even close there. And that's how we get started here in Los Angeles. Fouled off down the right side. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
That's down and in.
2 strikes.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Luis Ariz stands in.
1-0.
This one in the dirt. And that's through there for a strike. And the count 1-1. Tatis gets his lead at first with nobody out. And there's a ball.
Inside.
Pickoff move to first.
He's safe.
Tatis dives back in. Two one now. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Pajes. He's there. He's got it. And there's one down. Let's take a look at the Padres lineup. It features a great veteran presence, Manny Machado.
And he's leading them in runs batted in this season, which tells me this guy is able to slow things down when it seems like there's a little bit of pressure, and he's looking at it as an opportunity to do damage. You know, a lot of guys, they see runners on base and they get big. They feel like all this pressure, I've got to get these runs in, but somehow he seems to settle into these situations. So watch out when he comes to the plate.
Manny Machado in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. And Manny gets a piece.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field now.
Next offering in there for a strike. And a count 1-2.
That big curve inside is a pitch that can buckle you a little bit. Looks like a fastball out of hand and then just drops over that inside part of the plate.
Outside low. The count now 2-2.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swings over the splitter for strike 3.
First strikeout for him in this one. That splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
Gavin Sheets, the next up for the Padres. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. And that one fouled off. Foul ball still 0-2. is down and in.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that, and good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Yamamoto sends him packing. It's the Padres nothing. Dodgers coming up. You're dialed into the show. Back here in L.A. and on the mound for San Diego in this one, number 18. Singy, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. You know, some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just having the comforts of being at home and having the fans behind them. But this guy seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environment. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. And that's downstairs and outside.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Next pitch off the plate. And now 3-1. And that one fouled off. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Now it's Mookie Betts. And that's in the dirt. And that is ball one. One out, base is empty. Pitch misses, and the count is 2-0. Fastball for a strike. That smash towards center. Snags it for the second out. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singing.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
That one finds the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Hauls it in to end the inning. Scoreless after 1. Top of the second, stepping in for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth.
Here's a bit of a scouting report on Yoshinobu Yamamoto. He's athletic, has elite flexibility, kind of like you, Boog. He's got good strength, an ultra-fast arm, and exceptional movement patterns. He's tough on hitters, that's for sure.
The wind and the pitch. A little bit high, maybe. And the count is 1-1.
Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this one. Pretty good strike zone. Well reviewed by those we talked to around the league.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from players, maybe here and there once in a while, but he's appreciated back there. What about some no-nos? Like, you can't call the umpire blue the way you do in Little League or high school, right?
Yeah, even in the minor leagues, you'll learn quickly. You call the umpire blue. You better learn his name, and that's just part of being a professional player and even a major league player.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, that splitter out of the hand, it just sort of jumps on you, and your interpretation is, here comes a fastball again. Well, it never really reaches because the bottom falls out of it and you swing over the top, and that's why they call it a split-finger fastball, because it looks like a four-seamer.
Here's Bogarts now. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
0-1's the count.
Yo, 1. The shortstop takes the ball.
1 ball, 1 strike.
No score here in the second. Fought off foul. Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as it's coming in to let them know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, very difficult to do.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Nothing across here this half. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. No score. Bottom of the second, here come the Dodgers. No score. And here's the veteran outfielder, Teoscar Hernandez. And there's a foul ball. Next offering is in for a strike. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here comes Max Muncy.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. Batting over 300 so far this month.
Inside ball.
And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1.
Let's go, Funky Muncy.
Just
That's
missed.
ball 2.
Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Let's keep it going.
And there's the automatic. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Fly ball down the line. This has got a chance, and it is foul. foul.
Well, that ball was hit pretty hard and sure had home run distance, but if you're the pitcher out there on the mound, you execute it. Just a long strike, you go after him and finish him off.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. Fights it off. He'll see another. Here comes a 3-2. Muncy hits one in the air. Cheats. Puts it away for the out. One away.
Batting sixth, left fielder, Andy.
Now the left fielder, Andy Pajes.
Really strong hitting performance recently, hitting better than .350 this month.
And a foul ball. And that is out of play.
One ball.
In the
Two
dirt.
strikes.
And that's
No, off the
outside.
plate.
The
Ball
only
two.
adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
And that's down and away.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Now this is in the air down the line. And that will drop foul. And ball four, two aboard.
Pretty good pitch on 3-2, right around the knees, but just no help from the umpire.
First and second, one out. Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. That clips the corner.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Inside move to second. Hernandez back in on a dive. Hernandez, the lead runner at second. Pajes at first. One gone. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Swung on, belted. That's back. Makes the grab, runner tags, and goes to third.
It's a really good swing. He just didn't get quite enough of it to beat the wind. It's blowing in from right field right now.
Hesung Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
It's early, but these at-bats can impact a game just as much as they do later. Here's a chance to set the tone early for your team.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Here comes the 0-1. And a slider misses down and away. And strike two.
One ball.
Runners
Two
on
strikes.
first and third, two away. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. And they'll score first. It's 1-0.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Here's the catcher, Dalton rushing. Hit hard but foul off to the left.
Ball. That's inside.
Laboring here. About to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. Swinging a foul straight back. That's
Ball
down and
two.
in. A slider missed.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
2 aboard, 2 outs. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's an early 1-0 lead. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And we're back. And now the catcher comes up to him. Elias Diaz. Yamamoto back to work. Diaz goes 6'1", 34-year-old vet, and he was born in Venezuela. On the ground right side, Freeman takes it himself. 1 up, 1 down. So up next, Bryce Johnson. Right through there for a strike. The next offering misses. And the count even 1-1. Gets the outside corner with that one.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, should be a good outing for him.
Cut out and miss, struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
In steps El Nino, Fernando Tatis Jr. Foul ball there. 2 outs. That's off the inside corner.
Inside.
1-2 to count.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, base is empty. That one misses, and it's a full count. And down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing there for the Friars. Still behind by a count of 1-0. As we go to the last of the third, here's Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani.
Close but called a ball. And that's ball 1.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way. And I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
And it stays fair. Around first, heading for 2. And he starts the bottom of the third with a double.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
Here's Mookie now. 0 for 1 so far. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Man at second. Swinging a foul out of play. Betts tries to hold up, appeal to first, and no swing, says James Kingsley. That one laced to center and a base hit. Now a long throw home. But it's offline. And they take a 2-run lead.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
So now it's Freddie Freeman. Fly to left his first time. Yeah, that's fouled off. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And delivers outside. Betts gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Count full.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Base knock and now a free pass. This has the makings of a big inning if they can get a couple more quality at-bats.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. First pitch, and he just misses.
1-0 count. Look for him to be aggressive here. You got some runners on base, an opportunity to catch a mistake and put some runs up on the board.
And another ball.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That one fouled off. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Well, he left that changeup up. Got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
Yeah, that's outside. First and second, no outs here in the last half of the third. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Nabs it, and there's one away.
Now batting, third baseman, Muncy.
Here's Muncy to hit. Fly to left his first time. And foul ball. Runners at first and second with one gone. And that drops in for a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes. Ball 1.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Now batting,
Here's the left fielder, Andy Pajes. He reached on a walk his first time. Ball one, no strikes. On the ground, right side, Cronenworth. Over to first, and that'll keep more runs from coming in, inning over. But the RBI single pushes across a run, and it's 2-zip. As we go to the top of the fourth. Now at the plate, Luis Arias. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
You know, these Padres just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Outside low,
I got a ball,
and 1-1. And that one is inside. And a foul ball.
He's dealing with a great two-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
That one off the bad part of the bat, just a lazy fly ball. Tracks it down for the out. One up, one down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Machado in the box now as he looks at ball one. Second plate appearance of the day for him. And another ball.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
And Manny gets a piece. The Padres hitless so far in the game. Next pitch is outside.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Next offering is fouled back.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like. But you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. 2 outs, base is empty. Next up is the cleanup spot for the Padres. Gavin Sheets. And that one cutting but missing down low. Two down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's 2-0. Pulls that one foul. Fouls one off. 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Strikeout number 8. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. They trail it here 2-0. Bottom of the 4th, Tommy Edman at the plate. Hit hard on the ground is short. Bogarts with the throw to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Haesung Kim. RBI single his last time up. Misses inside. Ball 1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Nick Pivetta getting loose out there. Number 66 warming up as well. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. To the right side, Brooks. Steps on first for the out.
Now batting, catcher, Dalton Rushing.
2 down, base is empty. Dalton Rushing steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Struck out looking his first time. There's a strike. Liner, base hit. And that keeps the inning going. So the lineup flips over. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. 1 for 2. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Two outs.
That's a ball.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Next offering upstairs.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
2-2 the count.
Two now. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So the Dodgers leave 1, but they're on top 2-0. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Ready now for the 5th inning. Now it's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
You know, these Padres showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Starter's leash has to be getting tighter with his pitch count where it is, but so far he's been really effective in this one.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Hernandez sizing this one up, and there's 1 down.
You know, sometimes it just takes getting to the bullpen in order to be able to score runs, and that might be the case today.
Xander Bogaerts.
And here is Xander Bogaerts. First pitch misses.
Curveball kind of backed up on him there. I think it just slid out of the hand a little bit too soon.
The Padres trailing by 2, and we're at the top of the 5th. Cut on and lifted in the air. Kim heading to the alley. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down.
Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Man at first with one gone. Trenton Brooks, the next up for the Padres. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Just off the inside edge. Yamamoto with a move to first. Bogaerts dives back. Bogaerts at first, one gone. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And now 2-0. Next offering is fouled back. He's got it, and there's 2 away. Race to the bag, but he's safe. Good job to avoid the double play.
They couldn't have asked for a better out. Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
Elias Diaz, the next up for the Padres. Grounded out his first time. And that misses. And it's 1-0.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Betts fires across the diamond. That's the third out. Padres leave 1, and they're down 2-0. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Nick Pivetta. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. Here's Mookie Betts. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. Just missed.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
And a swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Pitch misses, and the count now even up. And they'll do it again. 2-2 on the way. Good job to fight that one off. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Makes the catch, and there's one down.
First baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Here is Freddie Freeman. He's 0 for 1. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And that one missing low.
1-1.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. One down, base is empty. And a curve misses outside.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound, he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Liner snagged at first.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Hernandez stands in here, takes ball one low. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Johnson makes the play, and it's out number 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the top of the 6th. So digging in now for San Diego, Bryce Johnson. Johnson, 29 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2017. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Action in the pen down there. Kirby Yates getting ready to go. Vesia getting cranked up as well. And that's
Inside,
off the
one.
inside edge. 1-1. Inside
ball
just missed. Right through there for a strike. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Battling here as he fouls it away. In the dirt, 3-2 now.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's run up on strikes. So with one down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. A strikeout and a walk. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top half of the 6th. And a strike on the outside edge.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
Swings and misses, it's a strikeout. And that's strikeout number 100 on the year. Made quick work of him right there, Siggy. I know that's the kind of at-bat maybe leaves a lot of fans wondering, what was he doing up there, right?
Yeah, and I get that. I mean, you take 2 straight strikes, then chase one way out of the zone. It's just not a good at-bat. It'll leave you shaking your head as a hitter, if not worse. But there's always going to be those trips to the plate where you're just lost up there, and that was one of them for sure.
The rise in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Down in the dirt, swing and a miss.
In this situation, as the number 2 hitter, 2 out, nobody on, you want to be a table setter. Work the at-bat, get deep, whatever it takes, get on first base.
In the air to left center, Pajes on his way over. makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Padres nothing. Back here at Dodger Stadium, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Max Muncy. Pavetta back to work. Sliced hard but foul.
You know, these Dodgers really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
The 0-2. In the air, left field, down the line. And that is a foul ball.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
Next offering upstairs. And the funky Muncy is stifled by the strikeout.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Paz, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
Ball 1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Sheets in position. 2 down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Edmund lays off down low as he digs in for the third time. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Outside low. Yeah, that's ball 2.
2-0.
Out towards right center field. Tatis makes the play, and that will end the inning. New pitcher for the Dodgers, Kirby Yates.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Machado up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. And another ball.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Off the mark there. And that's ball 3. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
Downstairs, and it misses ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter, but he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Late swing, foul to the left. Tying run at the plate.
Nope.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And fouled off. The tying run at the plate. Goes down looking.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
So digging in, Jake Cronenworth. 0 for 2 in this one. Slapped hard the other way, but foul.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
In the air, out towards left center. Kim grabs it on the run.
Now batting, shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
Here's Xander Bogaerts. Pitch kicks away. And now a man into scoring position.
That's a tough spot for the catcher, Boog. No chance of stopping the outside pitch, and now the runner moves up. Those moments can be really frustrating.
Next offering is fouled back. Yates, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. The shortstop takes the ball.
As a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
And a knee-high strike to Xander Bogaerts. Up and in, and the count's full.
That's a really good take.
With the tying run at the plate, here are the top half of inning number 7. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Got him swinging.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Adrian Morejon.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
And the batter now, Hesung Kim.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. And what you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
On the ground right side, and it goes just foul.
Power relievers, one after another, coming out of the bullpen these days. Got to be ready for that first pitch heater.
Whoa,
That
that's
misses, and it's 1-1. Just missed.
down. 2 balls, 1 strike.
He swings and fouls one off. The next pitch misses, and it's 3-2. And he grounds one to the right side. Cronenworth sends it to first, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
Dalton rushing, digs in now. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Movement in the bullpen. Sean Reynolds up and loosening in the pen. Next pitch is outside. And a swing and a miss.
From a pitcher's
1 ball,
perspective, that's a
2 strikes.
beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Next
2 balls,
offering misses
2
down and
strikes.
away. Stays alive. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Throws to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
2 outs, base is empty. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 1 for 3. In there at the knees. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Gets off a throw. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, but they hold a 2-0 lead.
Now pitching. for
Welcome
the
back, and a new
Dodgers.
arm on the mound to start the 8th. Anthony Banda.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
So digging in, Trenton Brooks.
First baseman, Trenton Brooks.
And there's a foul ball. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. And that one upstairs.
Really good take, especially with
1
2
ball, 2
strikes.
strikes. Count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 1 down.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter. The bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
And here's the catcher, Elias Diaz. Has grounded out a couple of times. Just
Ball
missed.
1.
Next offering
ball 2.
upstairs. And that drops in for a strike.
pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
The 2-1. Just
Inside,
missed.
ball 3.
And that's ball
That's
4.
ball 4.
And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Now a pinch hitter coming on for the Padres, Jose Iglesias. Runner on first with one down for him.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. Outside corner, there's a strike. That one missing inside.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
That one misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Tying run at the plate. Line drive, that's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
2 on, 1 out. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. First offering, and it just misses. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Lou Trevino, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Vesia also getting ready. Two on, 1 out. Ground ball left side. Down the line, and it's foul.
All sliders so far in this at-bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
1 out. Runners at first and second. And it remains 2-2. And just misses with that one.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Luis Arias in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Reaching for it, and brings it in.
Now back, the designated hitter, Luis Arias.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Anthony Banda is done. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching.
Alex Vesia gets the call from the pen.
Well, home runs have been a problem this year. Not doing a great job keeping the ball in the yard so far this season, so we'll see if that factors in.
So now the DH spot, Luis Arias. 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically. Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
2 on, 2 outs. Just missed. a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Swings, and this one's flared and makes the play, and that's out number 3. Excellent work out of the Dodgers bullpen there. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Padres nothing. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, number 66.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Tyler Wade into the game as a defensive sub now, and he'll take over in center. Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Let's go, Dodgers.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Foul ball. The rare K for Mookie.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Freeman now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. To the right side, Cronenworth throws to first in time, and a couple of quick outs.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
2 down, bases empty. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That one fouled hard the other way. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And it skips in the dirt. Out there to center. Wade makes the grab. And that is that. Back here in L.A., all set to start the 9th in this one. And now it's Manny Machado.
Third baseman, Manny Machado.
Upstairs. Stepping in for San Diego, Fernando Tatis Jr. And that is out of play. And a pitch. And that one fouled off. And the next pitch is way outside.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Sit him down. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And there's
Down
the ball.
3-2.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
That's a nice at bat and a great take on 3-2. Probably could have gone either way in that spot around the knees.
Luis Ariz stands in. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt.
0-1.
Next offering is in for a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Fly ball down the line. Makes a nice grab and a full sprint. One away. As we take a look at the Padres lineup, they're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
And Manny gets a piece. Yamamoto sends her packing.
I mean, there aren't many curveballs in the sport today that break like that thing does. Huge movement. It's so difficult to get on the same plane and even think about squaring it up, let alone get a piece and hope he throws something else to keep the at-bat alive.
Here's Gavin Sheets now, left-hand bat. First offering, runner goes. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Out there. And the inning is over.
The catcher definitely looked ready for that stolen base attempt. Got in position quickly, and a strike down to second base to end the inning.
Back here with my pal Singy. Today's starting pitcher, number 18. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
Shohei Ohtani, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And now it's Mookie Betts. The shortstop takes the ball.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Turns and fires to Betts. Fought off foul. And Mookie takes.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
That one finds the corner, and it's 2-2. Runner at first with no outs here. Cut on and miss. Struck him out, and now one away. Here's Freddie Freeman now. Checks his swing, appeal to third, didn't go. Ohtani leads off first with one away. Shohei on the go. There's a ball. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job of controlling the running game. And that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment. Our players are going to be running all game.
Fouled off left side. Swings through that.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. On to first. Freeman is out. There's two away. And the runner stays where he is. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Teoscar Hernandez.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Under the Mendoza line so far this month.
Machado throws to first in time. And Hernandez is out. That ends the frame. One left for L.A. We played an inning. No score. New inning getting started. Now the left fielder, Gavin Sheets. Yamamoto back to work. That's off the inside corner. 1-0. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Kim sizes this one up. Hauls it in, and there's one away. Now here's Jake Cronenworth.
Well, Boog, the story's been told that Yamamoto's bag of tricks is an actual bag that he carries around. Inside the bag, he keeps a yoga mat, wooden blocks, tiny soccer balls, and mini javelins. He uses all of that just for his warm-up routine. Yamamoto's warm-up includes doing headstands and walking on his palms. He uses blocks to work on body positioning, hurls mini soccer balls into a wall to warm up his arm, and then heads to the field to throw mini javelins. I don't think anyone else is stealing his pregame routine anytime soon.
Hit hard on the ground and up the middle, base hit. And the Padres have a man aboard with one out.
The key there, tracking the baseball all the way back through the hitting zone, allows you to hit a ball right back up the box like that.
Now here's Xander Bogaerts now. And that one a little below the knees. And that's ball one. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And makes the grab. And there are two down.
Got the pitch that he wanted, just a little bit quick. Front shoulder open, backside collapsed a little bit, and the launch angle not where he needed it to be.
And now the first baseman, Trenton Brooks. Good power, not great in the OBP department. Right through there for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Two outs. Missed inside with the curve. That one just misses. 2-2.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with two strikes here. I love it.
2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here at the top of the second. A little bit low.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that'll get down for a hit. And now 2 aboard.
Batting 8th, catcher, Elias Diaz.
And now it's Elias Diaz. That one missed. Strike on the outside. And the count 1-1. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Curve in the dirt.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Back here at Chavez Ravine, and now it's going to be Max Muncy.
Max Muncy.
Let's go, Max.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Foul ball there.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Way high with that one. And it's 2-1. Left field. Sheets gets under it. Corrals it. And there's one away.